Hello, everyone. I'm Colleen Vanderzyden, and this is Creating an Inspired Life. I'm so happy you're here today watching and listening. I'm a medium as well as a certified spiritual life coach, and both of those things work together, and I use them to help people live their best lives, basically. If you have problems, I help people with coaching. If you want to connect in with people on the other side, we'll talk to people on the other side. We do all sorts of things with those two fields. They work together very well because my passion is to help you live your best life. Today's coaching tip is a little bit more lighthearted than normal, but still profound. If you ask me, my opinion, my show, there you go. It's on life lessons from cats. Yes, cats. And have you ever noticed cats? They have their own philosophy of life. It's all about living true to who they truly are, which is a great philosophy for people as well as cats. When I pay attention to my cats, I have 3 cats, all with very distinct, different personalities. And they all have similar mannerisms, though. And if I had my door open to the room I'm in right now, I would have a cat sitting right here in front of me. I'd have a cat on my computer, and I have a cat over here. I'd have 3 of them sitting here with me. And this is what they do. It's really funny to watch. But as I was watching their mannerisms, I could see it was kind of indicative of life. And so today we are going to talk about the 4 top lessons from cats. Okay, it's going to be so much fun. The first lesson is to do your own thing. As humans, we think too much. We try to please others and we don't do what we want to do. So frequently we do this. I had a client the other day who was telling me how he chose a career path because his parents wanted him to do this career. And he didn't like the career, but he did it anyway. And now here we are 30 years later, and he's wishing he had done something else. He did what his parents wanted and not what he wanted to do. He didn't do his own thing. Have you ever done something like that where you didn't do something because it would upset somebody else, or you did something that somebody else wanted you to do and you didn't really want to do it? And maybe you avoid upsetting people or offending them and you suppress yourself. So many of us have been there. But unlike humans, cats don't do that. They do their own thing. They live their truth. They don't change their plans because other cats want them to do something differently. They're independent. They don't follow societal norms, suppressing themselves, trying to please others. It's really laughable, isn't it? It's kind of funny. If cats don't like something or someone, they walk away, and they don't care if they offend anyone. Isn't that a great philosophy, a good lesson from cats? That's something we should remember. If you don't like something or someone, just walk away. And who cares if somebody gets offended? It's not your problem. The second lesson from cats is they take care of themselves. Their lives are pretty well balanced. They rest, they eat, they play when they need to. They pay attention to what they need. We, as humans, of course, tend to live fairly unbalanced lives. Many of us work too hard. We never play. We eat crappy food. We don't get enough sleep. And then we wonder why we feel horrible. I have a cat who loves to play. Although we've gotten her many, many cat toys over the years, what she really wants to play with is a broken branch from a bush. And she will play with that as long as we will play with her. That's a simple thing. Simplicity is a perfect way for you to start focusing on taking care of yourself and living a well-balanced life. We think expensive things will make us happy when really we can be happy and grateful with smaller, simple things. If the balance of your life is off, think like a cat. What do you need? Do you need more rest? Do you need to eat? Do you need to sleep? Do you need to play? Just pay attention to those needs, and that will help you reestablish a better balance in life. Now, the third thing that cats do, cats change their minds. If you have a cat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You stand at the door, the cat's meowing to come in, you walk over to the door, you open the door, and the cat turns around and goes the other way. It doesn't come in the house. People can have a struggle sometimes in changing their minds. We say yes to something because we think we should do it, or we say yes to something because we have a problem saying no, and then we wish we hadn't done that. We wish we could change our minds, but you can always change your mind, just like a cat. And since you can change your mind, you can change your mind about everything and change your whole life. If you no longer want to be in a relationship, change your mind and leave. If you no longer want to be at your job, change your mind and find a new one. If you're tired of being frustrated, change your mind and choose a new reaction. You can change your mind about everything and anything. Cats don't care if someone doesn't like them changing their minds, and you shouldn't either. Fourth and finally, cats live in the moment. They make their decisions based on what's right for them in the present moment. They don't think about the past or the future. They don't hold grudges. They don't believe they're not good enough or not as good as the other cats in the neighborhood. They live their lives in the present. And how many of us do that? Not so many of us, I bet. I have a friend who was stuck in the past, complaining about everything that had happened, how awful life was, and all of that. And she was missing out on life in the present. She couldn't see the good things that were in her life now because she was so focused on looking back at things that were over and done with. She wasn't living in the present, but what present she had was miserable because all she was doing was complaining all the time. Cats can teach us a lot about life. And if you were to live your life based on these 4 lessons, you would find that you're happier and less stressed. All you have to do is think like a cat. The first lesson was be true to yourself. Don't be affected by other people. Just don't. Do what you need. The second one, base your decisions on your needs so that you can create that well-balanced life. If you need more sleep, get more sleep. If you need something else, make it happen. See what you can do. The third one, if you're not happy with something, change your mind. I know it took me a long time to figure out I could change my mind. Even if I had said yes on something, I could actually say, you know what, I can't do it after all. I'm so sorry. And just leave it at that. And it was amazing when I did that. I just felt so liberated because I was always one of those people who had to do the right things. And then the fourth thing is to live in the present. Just live in the present moment. You cannot go wrong if you think like a cat. Now, that was my coaching tip of the day. Wasn't it interesting? See, maybe you'll remember it because it's about cats. It could apply for pretty much any animal, though, when you really think about it. But I have 3 cats, so there you go. So I'm Colleen Vanderzyden, and you can reach me at psychicmediumcolleen.com. You can also see me at Facebook, Colleen Vanderzyden, medium and self-empowerment coach. And I would love to hear from you there. And we are going to go to our first caller, who is Shayna from Tennessee. Shayna, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Is there something that I can help you with tonight?
Yes, I had a question. I was trying to see, will my mate ever commit and marry me? We've been together like 15 years, and he has not committed himself to me. And am I just wasting my time, or do I need to move on?
Well, you know, it's so funny when you said that, as soon as you said about if he would commit, I heard 15 years in my head. And I was really surprised when you actually said 15 years. And I thought, really? 15 years? Now, let me just ask you a question, though. Are you happy with him?
At this moment, no, I'm not. I'm just going to tell the truth. I'm not.
Okay. So, and the reason I ask you that is because I don't know if it's a women thing or what. So many times we put other people's needs ahead of our own to such an extent that we don't even realize 15 years have gone by. We just don't even realize it. And then all of a sudden, it's like one day we wake up and we go, wait a minute. You know, this is something that's very important to me, and it doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. My impression is you have had this discussion with him a few times, haven't you?
I have.
And it doesn't seem to do any good, does it? Yes.
No.
And the thing, it's amazing, isn't it? It's as though you're talking to a wall. Okay. It's like you're talking to a wall.
It is.
And part of it is he's kind of stubborn. Not much of one for wanting to do something just to make somebody else happy. And now for you, it's important for you to decide if you're happy with him the way it is or not, which I understand you're not. And it's also important for you to decide how important it is for you to get married. And my impression of how this is playing out and my feelings here, what I'm picking up, is that this is actually very important to you. This is something that for you, it's a sign of true love, true commitment. It's very important. And when he doesn't acknowledge the importance of that, you feel like he doesn't love you that much. Because if he loved you, why wouldn't he get married? You've been together 15 years, and that's a long time to be together. And there's a couple different avenues I'm feeling here. One, I know that you're not happy, and I know that you have kind of started to really look at things from a different perspective. Like, okay, is it better to just not have him here at all and just go about my life and try to find somebody else? And I know you've been thinking about that. The other thing was sometimes you will lose your strength, I'm going to say, and go, well, you know what? It's not that bad. Maybe I'll just wait, and maybe next week it'll be different. And you are a strong person. You are a strong woman. You understand things. You get it. Your path for you is very important for you to stick to your guns for what's important to you. If you're basing your relationship on hope rather than reality, doesn't usually work out so well. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So, yeah, and it's a tough one because you are a person, obviously you're patient, no kidding there, right? You are a person who loves people and you would do anything for other people. But there comes a time where you have to stand your ground. And I am feeling you standing your ground. I feel you saying, look, this is so important to me. I want to do this. And I'm going to, this is the last time I'm talking about it. And in whatever, pick a time frame. And at the end of this time frame, I'm wanting this commitment, and you're going to have to see what happens, because I'm feeling you do this. And I feel like it's very empowering for you. It's almost as though you just kind of go, it's standing up so strongly that he believes you. You know, maybe he hasn't really believed you because you've stayed, and I'm not telling you, I will never tell anybody what to do. I'm never going to say to you, well, you should go back there and tell him you're leaving. I'm not going to tell you that. You have to make your own decisions. However, I can see you standing in your power and saying, this is what I want. And there you go. And, in 2, 3, whatever months, whatever it's going to be for you, I want to know your answer. And then you've got to follow through. So if that's I feel you doing this. So like I said, you do what you want. And my impression is you might be surprised by the reaction. You might be surprised by the reaction. Be prepared for both ways, of course, because life is what it is. And, both of you have free will and all that stuff. But you might be surprised. So just go with it, see what happens. But you've got to be willing to stand up for what you think is right and what you want. So if you don't want to do that, then don't do that, okay? But you've got to be willing to do that. And the thing is too, I can tell you're very nice and you're friendly and all of that. And you mean well, and I know you do. And I also know that you're not a nag. This isn't something you talk about every single day, nag, nag, nag. You're not doing that. Yeah. And I know you're not. I can feel it. You bring it up periodically, but it's not even that much when it comes down to it.
So it's not.
Yeah. So now it's just a matter of following through. You decide for yourself exactly what you want, and then you make that plan, and give him that time frame. Because it's going to make a difference. Because you're standing up for yourself. And I don't know. I'm thinking, the way it feels to me, it just feels like you're going to get his attention. And that's what you need to be doing. And that's going to make a difference. Okay. So you decide what you want to do. I'm feeling a surprise at the end here. And it feels like a pretty good one. So we'll see. I don't want to lead you down the wrong path, of course, but there you go. I think that's going to be very interesting for you. You will so have to You've got to message me and tell me what happens. If you don't mind, I want to
I
know.
sure will. I will. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Well, Shayna, it was nice talking to you. Good luck. You stand in your power.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice talking to you. See you later.
Okay.
And that was Shayna from Tennessee. Isn't it interesting? Sometimes now she's a strong woman and I can tell she's going to stand up for herself. I can tell she's going to do it. It's going to be something else. I wish I could be a little fly on the wall watching that one. So we are going to move on to Abby from Ohio. Abby, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How can I help you today?
I just wanted to get some guidance, and some advice.
For what was it for?
I wanted to get some guidance, I guess.
Okay. Do you have something in particular in mind, or just see what happens?
Just see what happens, really. I mean, I'm kind of going through it all right now.
Okay. So what I'm going to do then, when people don't have anything specifically so much in mind that they want to talk about right away, I usually connect them with a spirit on the other side and then just see where we end up. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So I have a person on the other side. Oh my goodness, he's going to be fun. I have got a woman on the other side. She feels very grandmotherly. She's got that grandmother vibe about her. She's the kind of person that would be there for you, love you, all that, and everything like that. But she's very stubborn and she's very opinionated, and she would let people know what she thinks, and she would let people know where they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Do you have a grandmother or someone like this on the other side?
I have a grandma that passed away, yeah.
Okay. And does that sound like how her personality would have been? Would she be one to let you know if you've crossed a line?
Oh, yeah. Nobody acted up in front of her.
Okay. Now I just want to make sure that's who I really got here, because the way she's talking about you is I want to be giving you, and I'm speaking as her right now, I want to be giving you a push. I need to be giving you a push. I want you to, it's almost as though I want you to redirection yourself. That is not a word, but medium land, what can I tell you? So come up with a new direction for yourself. It seems like you're making some changes. Do you have a lot of stuff going on right now where you're trying to figure out which way to go and how to get there?
Yeah, I am actually.
Okay, good. Because not good for you, but good for me. But there's this feeling of wanting to acknowledge that you need to clarify and simplify and streamline some of the things you're doing. I feel like you're getting too caught up in your head with things, and it's almost like you don't even know what you really want anymore. And there is the feeling of wanting to really solidify in your own head where you want to go and how you get there. Who's been having financial problems around you? They don't have enough money, really. They're counting pennies, being really careful. Is it you or someone else?
Yeah.
It's you?
It's been me forever.
Okay. And how is the job situation going right now? Because I feel like that needs a little shift too.
Yeah, I've been homeless since I was 14. I ran away from home, and so I've been doing it on my own since then.
Okay. And do you have a job that gives you enough money?
No, I haven't had living situations or anything like that to even be able to get a job.
Okay. Okay. No wonder
relationships get me in trouble a lot.
This makes so much sense right now. Okay, I'm getting it all now, because it's no wonder she's pushing you, because it's kind of like the new direction you need to be going in. And you notice it's all about what you really want rather than what somebody else wants. And this is something I talk about all the time with people, whether it's coaching clients or mediumship clients. Talk about this. You've got to figure out what it is you want. Why do I see you going back to school? Have you contemplated going back to school, like college or something like this?
Yeah, I was actually.
Okay, good, because I know I'm telling her. That she's just telling me she wants you to go to school. She wants you to do this. She's actually giving me the impression, now this is kind of neat. Tell me if you've thought about this. Have you thought about going into healthcare, like becoming an LPN or a social worker or something like this? Have you thought about doing something in healthcare?
Yeah, I thought about sort of. I've always wanted to do like children, like early childhood education, or like I just always wanted to help people, like helping people.
Okay. Perfect. And the location that you're in now, is there any kind of a college or something there where you could go tell them there's your situation and get some guidance as to how to move forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at, we're making a plan. So, because the way she's talking about this, I feel you going there. I feel you going in and you're talking to somebody and saying, look, this is my situation. I don't really have any money. I really need this. And can you help me? Can you point me in the right direction? Can you tell me what I would need to do? There is also an organization near where you are now that can also help you with some of this stuff. They can help you with housing and help you get into a program of some kind, okay? And they can also help you sort out which direction you really do want to go in. If you want to go into, education, or if you want to work, in a daycare, or if you want to even work with older people, elderly.
That's funny that you said that, because I've always wanted to get my own business and have my own daycare.
Yes. So there's so much here. There is so much here. And I'm being told you have so much potential. You're not stupid. Okay. No matter if somebody has told you that, and I know somebody did, and you are not stupid. You know so much. You obviously have some real life experience, which is going to come in very handy for you for so many different reasons, because you understand life from a different level that so many other people don't get to experience. So it's healthy. It's going to be helping you in so many different ways. And there's nothing wrong with you going and asking somebody to help guide you, to ask somebody to help point out some different directions that you can go in, because that's a sign of strength. And she's telling me you're a very strong person. You are, or you would not be alive to this day. You've been through some stuff. You're alive still. Oh, yeah. You're still living. You're still smiling. She tells me, interesting. Did you have, and I don't want to get into too much of a personal thing, but did you have some issues growing up with some people who were not very kind to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not going to, just get into that stuff, but part of that, the reason she's showing me that is just to acknowledge the experiences you've had and the strength that comes from that, because you've chosen to take some of those experiences and make them a part of you, and make you yourself change your mind about yourself, prove to yourself that you are a decent human being, that you can be helpful and all of that. And, you have such a loving heart. You're one of those people that truly is concerned about other people. And that's a beautiful trait. There are a lot of people who are not like that, and I'm sure you've met some of them. And you have this heart that is there to help other people. And that is part of your purpose and your calling in your life. This is the part of your life that's going to give you meaning, for you to go and get your education and further that, and to step into a career and to get the job that you want to have. And I do feel you, I have to say, I do feel you very 100%ly, I'm sure that's a word too, going to school and working on a degree. And I do feel people kind of, I don't know how to put it, taking you under their wing, kind of leading you and showing you different things, and where you're going to feel safe and protected, that kind of thing. And I can see you going to work for someone, and then I can see you later on establishing your own business. Okay, I can see that happening. I can see a family, and I can see children in the future too. Okay, so I'm seeing the whole thing.
I see children already.
Yeah, okay. And I can see all this stuff happening. So you just have to step into that for yourself because it's amazing. And you are so good with your kids and everything like this too. Do you have a partner with you right now?
Do I have a what?
A partner? Like a husband or a boyfriend or something?
Yeah, a boyfriend.
Okay. And so just make sure, and this is coming from your grandmother, not from me, to make sure that feels right to you. And I'm not saying it's wrong or anything like that. I'm just telling you, make sure it feels right. Your life
I've been questioning.
Okay. Well, it could take us a whole new direction, couldn't it? Your life is meant for you to live it the way you need to live it. Okay. This time, right now, this day, tomorrow, today is so important for you for making your decisions. So what you're going to do is you're going to really start thinking in the next 24 hours, you are going to be thinking exactly if you could do anything you wanted and know you were going to succeed, what would you do? And that's the direction you're going to go in. And you're going to go off and you're going to go talk to some people in a couple different places and you're going to see where you can go. You're going to check in with college. You're going to do whatever you've got to do to get there. Okay. And you're going to do this soon. Like by tomorrow, you're making this decision. And if you're not visiting somebody tomorrow, you're visiting them on Monday. That's how quickly you're doing it. Okay. You're going to jump on this right away before you talk yourself out of it. So you jump on it right away and you go and you do it and you get the information. And if it doesn't come easy, don't worry, just keep going. She tells me you're one of those people and you'll keep going. Now I am getting my little warning where I actually have to wrap up. So Abby, I want to tell you good luck. Listen to this recording again so you can get more information and catch it all. Okay. So thank you so much for calling. It was great talking to you. Good luck. And I want to hear from you too. So everyone, thank you for watching. I'm Colleen Vanderzyden, and this was Creating an Inspired Life. You have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you next week. Goodbye.